Welcome everybody to Dragon's Dogma 2. Been looking forward to this for quite a while. I know your screen looks funny here at the moment. I'm hoping it will change. This is episode 0, which is just me launching the game for the first time, taking a look at the menus, going over the settings, making sure that it's tuned the way I like. If you don't want to be a part of any of that or hear my musings as I look at it, that's fine. Skip episode 0. Episode 1 should drop at the exact same time. And that's just so that I can keep those two categories separate. Let's take a look here at what we've got. Subtitles are going to be on. I want to see them just in case I have a hard time hearing because I'm not as young as I used to be. Display language and voice language will both be English for me, but I do like the fact. Oh, it's Japanese or English. Okay. And okay. Well, we're just gonna confirm. Nope. Typical max brightness thing here. Adjust the pattern until I don't see a pattern. Okay, so go all the way down here. You can see the little checkerboard. I don't know how YouTube picks this up. Okay, and I like brights that are bright. So I am going to go with this. I can see the pattern. I can almost see the pattern there, but I think we're going to go there. And adjust the darks. So let's adjust the darks. Barely visible is right there. Oh my, adjust until the picture in the center disappears. Please check your min-max brightness settings. I am a little, okay, so I can see the Ouroboros. Okay, I can still see the picture just a little bit, but I don't want the night pictures to be too dark. So adjust until it disappears. If you cannot see the picture in the center at all, then adjust. Okay, that's a little bit strangely focused or said, but let's do that. Enter my age. Oh, really? Do we got to do it this way? All right, guys. I may block this out, but there's no point. I think that's accurate. I think, because I don't care. I don't celebrate birthdays. Don't mind them. Don't care. I just never have. And all right, well, I'm going to quick read this, and I did, and we'll accept that. Autosave feature, do not quit the game. Enable network features. This will allow you to hire pawns. Yeah, we're doing that. When can I make the screen bigger? That's my question. Nice. There is something janky wonk going on here. I never had an option to turn the screen up. And so I'm hoping I can get a chance to do that right now. Let's start. Aha! Custom sounds has been added. You can adjust your settings from the sound section of the options menu. I don't know what that is. Maybe that's because of the version I have. Options. This is where the magic happens. First thing we're going to do is fix what we're looking at here. Graphics. What? Window mode. Ooh, borderless window at that resolution looks really horrible. And that should be full screen, but my screen is freaking out. Okay. And let's go to 1440. There we go. That's where I'm at. And let's see what we get here now. Hold on. This is now much better. Okay, let's change my refresh rate. I can go to a maximum of 75 on this particular monitor. Frame rate. Do I want variable? Max 30. I could just set it to max 60 and then not have to worry about anything. I think I'm going to leave it variable. I just want to see how it plays. Vertical sync and dynamic resolution. Set the image quality to dynamically adjust to maintain frame rate. You know what? We're going to go with that. I think I'm going to go with that. What was that? That just changed from custom to... I want to see... I do want to see how this thing will behave on my computer. So rather than set that on, change the optimization of upscaling for high image quality at fast frame rates. Well, I want quality. I am running a 7900 XTX card, and so I feel like it should be able to deliver something. So I'm going to be pushing for quality, and so we'll see what that looks like. Improve the image quality of effects that utilize upscaling. Once again, as soon as I change anything, it gets off of high. So I don't know. Ray tracing, I'm going to leave that off. Let's face it, the AMD cards are not that great at ray tracing, and quite frankly, I'm not sure I would notice the difference anyhow. Ambient occlusion, I wish I knew what that meant. SDFAO, SSAO. Oh, I see. By looking at the picture, though, so it looks like maybe I'm judging the environment will block the light and things like that. So we're going to go with that. Changing the graphics smoothing technique. You'll need to turn off Fidelity FX Super Res if I'm going to do that. So I'm not going to do that right now. Let's scroll down so I can see a little bit more. Screen space reflections. Turn the effect that improves surface reflections on and off. Well, I like that. Yeah. Mesh quality mid, huh? Adjust the quality of polygon meshes for 3D models. I want to go high. I want to push my system. I understand that there have been performance issues, so I understand that I'm also biting off some problems, and I want to see what they look like. Texture filtering. All right, we're going to go high, just because I can. I'm going to do it, and probably regret it. I understand part of the problem isn't entirely GPU bound, it's CPU bound. So I'm curious to see how that goes as well. Just for the record, I'm running an AMD 5950X. So that is, it's the hottest AM4 chip you can get, and that's what I am currently running. High 3 gigs. Let's go for high 3. I don't know if it's going to make that much of a difference for the textures. Grass and tree quality. Can we just make them look like trees for now? Resource intense effects quality. Certain resource intense visual effects. Okay, so that's going to be like the flames and the lasers and the woo-woos and stuff like that. So let's just leave it on there. And shadow quality. I can see behind you on that screen that the shadow looks more real. We'll see. Shadow cache. Turn caching for the dynamic shadows of moving objects on or off. We'll leave it on for now. Turn the rendering of detailed shadows on or off. I mean, it's a nice little touch. Not that important. Turn motion blur off. Thank you very much. Yes. Yep. Just nope. Bloom. Turn light bleed from bright light sources on or off. I'm going to turn that off because I don't like looking like I'm being blinded, and so I'm going to turn that off. Depth of field. It adjusts the focus depending on the distance of objects. Okay, that's an artistic, I think, design choice that people make. I actually don't like it. I'm looking at this, and I just want to see clearly. So we're not going to be messing with that. Lens flare. Ooh. You know what? I'm not a cinematics guy. I know somebody likes it. I don't. Lens distortion. Chromatic aberration off. That is just so very subtle. I think that's another movie nut kind of person going to be looking at that kind of stuff. And if you're a movie nut, I don't mean anything negative by that. It's just not for me. Turn the effect that improves the quality of skin rendering on or off. Oh, so it kind of smooths over some of that. Okay, we're going to leave it on. Adjust the quality of motion. Well, I'm hoping for high. We'll see how it goes. My graphics quality is now custom because I've turned a few things up, I guess. I don't know. Let's get back out of that. We can go back to the very beginning. Button mapping, I'm going with the defaults, but I do want to look at them. Left trigger is sheath, draw, or cancel. Left button is switch your weapon skill, and right is grab. Yep. Right button is your vocation action, whatever that may or may not be. Okay. So I'm looking at Y for heavy attack, light attack. A is jump. Okay. B, examine dash weapon skill. Okay. Moving, dashing is clicking with your left button. Right click, right button, right stick click is reset your camera. Go, help me. Go, to me, left is help, and to the right is wait. I like that. That's a good addition from Dragon's Dogma 1. Dragon's Dogma 1, the left and the right on the pawn commands was both help. But I like the fact that you can say wait as a way of stopping them from rushing into a room to maybe tackle something that you're not quite ready for. So that's good. The run type, toggle. Press button once to continue running, hold down button to continue. Oh yeah, we're going to toggle. Controller vibration, I don't like it. Honestly, unless it's really subtle, I don't like it. Oh, Lords of the Fallen, by the way. I liked the controller vibration somewhat in Lords of the Fallen because you could feel the heartbeat. It was set for your heartbeat when you were in, oh, golly, I just forgot the term. I'm sorry. But when you're Umbral Realm. Toggle to hail. Assign hail to either a button press or a button hold. Changing the setting will reassign the control for talk. Press. I think it's just a quick tap. I think it's just a quick press. A quick press. Cursor lock. Constraining the mouse to the game screen. Leave it off because I will be not using my mouse anyhow. Mouse button, scroll, key binding. I would love to play mouse keyboard. I've just never been good enough to do it. Okay. I am not flipping axes. I don't know about camera speeds right now. Projectile aiming, normal access. I want it to work the way my brain works, and I think that's accurate. Camera distant. Ooh. You know, I might back out just a little bit so I can have a slightly better view. I don't know. Camera tracking. Automatically move behind the player when moving. I will leave that on for now unless I find it irritating. Sometimes when I'm trying to run away from a monster and I want to be able to see them, that may not be the best. But I'm assuming I can swing my camera manually even when I'm running. So, auto adjust for the slope. Yeah, we'll do that. Motion sensor function. Not compatible with my setup, so it really doesn't matter. Horizontal sensitivity. So this is all pretty standard stuff there. Okay, game settings. Minimap rotation, yes. I do kind of like that sometimes. We can leave it on. Auto sheath. If they are left drawn for a period of time. Yeah, do that. Priority of materials to combine. Oh. Should they come from my inventory first or pawns first? Oh, I like that. You know what? If they're going to be auto combining, take it out of my box first. Destination. I will keep it. Oh. I'm a little torn. It depends on if I'm 100 miles away from item storage and I combine something, do I lose it? I'm actually quite concerned about that. I'll come back and play with that here in a minute. And I don't mean lose it, but I mean, does it go 100 miles away and then I've got to run all the way over there to get it? You know, not a fan of that potential. Turn all in-game HUD off. You know what? What a cool addition. I'm sorry, but I need the HUD. So we're going to not turn that off. But later on, when I'm really good at this, maybe I'll be able to turn it off. And I like that. Toggle the display. I'm going to leave all of these on. I think. Yeah, we're going with all the flashy stuff. We've done display. Changes when starting up the game or alerting editing options according to setup compatibility and system settings. So we're going to leave that. I've already played with graphics. Sound. Right now, it doesn't sound too bad in my ears. I'm looking now at the audio mixer. And it almost seems like the music is a touch low. So hold on a second. I am going to make an adjustment. And we'll see how that goes. I may have to come back and play with the background music in a little bit. Typically, this is what I do. I like to turn the background music down, even though it's a pretty epic score. I want to be able to hear it, but because I want to prioritize some things. Voice volume, always at maximum. Menu volume, not so much. Sound effect volume, probably somewhere in there as well. I want to be able to hear the swords clang and stuff of that nature, but I really want to make sure that I am hearing... Yeah, we're going to do that. I really want to make sure that I am hearing all of the conversations. Player and NPC voices high, pawn voices. Let's turn them down one notch, because I know they're going to be shouting constantly, wolves hunt in packs, right? Enemy voices, one notch down, maybe? No, I'm going to leave them up. I want to be able to hear my enemies coming. The pawns, let's hope that I don't get too tired of them. We'll play with that. Audio output, headphones for me, and I hope that that is okay for YouTube settings. Dynamic range. I think I'm going to try large. I usually go small, but I do want to try. The dynamic range is essentially what is the real difference between the very quiet noises and the very loud ones. And I'm going to go with large. I want to hear how the game sound designers wanted to do this. Change the background music. Replace certain in-game music tracks with add-on music tracks. I wish I knew what those were. I'm going to go with the in-game for now. I may change this later. Sound effects, same thing. I think this allows you to hear the sound effects from the old game. I think. And that may be the background music as well. Language, we did this. Subtitles, opacity. Oh, so it just very slightly darkens. I like that. And network on. Anyone. Data, purpose, blah, 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 blah. We did this. Yeah, I think anybody can hire my pawn. I'm hoping you will. I'm going to need the crystals. Let's save the changes. They are saved. All right, guys. That is apparently the end of... Look at the picture. I love it. There's a little bit of graininess to it I'm looking at, and I'm hoping that that is an intentional graininess, and that's not a factor of my card. But we will check that out. I don't know what the online store is about. Oh, okay. This is just going to go through the Steam thing. Okay. Nobody needed to see that. All right. Well, this is just taking you to the Steam store. Nobody really cares about that. Okay. Well, I'm going to say thank you so much for joining me through the menus. It's time to get busy with Dragon's Dogma, so I will see you in just a few seconds. That's weird. Okay, what it did to my screen.